Backrooms, the movie, just destroyed Disney and is proving that, ladies and gentlemen, we have an ocean of opportunity out there for the taking.
Independent horror film Backrooms is a box office stunner.
Found a place. It's massive in there.
Taking in $82 million in domestic ticket sales in its opening weekend.
$82 million in the opening weekend. And this is from the mind of an individual who started out on YouTube, started this concept on YouTube. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of the Backrooms. It's horror, but it's a different type of horror that really works at a deep psychological level. And this kid has tapped into that and has been able to take it into the realm of mass appeal. Now, listen, the gatekeepers are not gone. However, there are a lot more gates now. So you don't have to just go through Hollywood to get your IP out there. And this is proving that with the technology, with the fact that, there are more than just 3 television stations now. You don't have to go to a radio station to get your music played. And you don't have to go the traditional Hollywood agent route in order to get your idea on the big screen. Opportunity is really being democratized.
Its budget, just $10 million, making it one of the most profitable movies of the year. And the film's director, YouTube star Kane Parsons. He's only 20 years old, now the youngest director ever to debut at #1 with a feature film.
Migrating here to this version of filmmaking under the sort of Hollywood notion, if you want to call it that, I think feels like I have an engine for what I do.
Backrooms is based on Parsons' YouTube horror series about a furniture store owner who finds a secret doorway that leads him to an endless stretch of nondescript rooms.
If this is what we can expect from young filmmakers, we are in for some good movies.
It's not just Backrooms generating massive appeal for the Gen Z crowd.
I thought we were having a nice day!
We are.
Obsession, another low-budget horror film, also directed by a YouTube star, has taken in more than $104 million, posting 3 consecutive weekends of growth, the first non-Christmas release to enjoy such a streak since Jaws in 1975.
Geez, so 50 years ago, we haven't seen this type of success for half a century, but the technology is allowing it. And we're not even talking about the creative potential of AI yet, right? Yeah, so all of those fat cats in Hollywood that could green light or just stop you in your tracks and kill your career, they don't matter as much anymore, and that's a good thing.
And earlier this year, Iron Lung, a horror movie from YouTube star Markiplier, brought in more than $50 million on a $4 million budget. Industry observers are left to consider whether this is the beginning of a paradigm shift for Hollywood. There's already talk of a Backrooms sequel.
Of course. Yeah, it is a paradigm shift, and it's one in which Hollywood is not necessarily guaranteed a position. We've seen what Hollywood has done with storied franchises like Star Wars and Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. They've destroyed it, all right? But when you look online, you see fans doing a lot more with that intellectual property than multi-million-dollar studios have been able to do with it, okay? And now we have this kid who has created an original concept and is just running away with it. Listen, to further drive home that point, Backrooms and Obsession, they both beat Mandalorian and Grogu at the box office. Now, Mandalorian and Grogu, that's part of the Star Wars franchise that Disney has put its money and its reputation behind. But they're not winning. And we have mathematical proof of that, okay, in these box office numbers.
Stories and entertainment happened this weekend, and it wasn't Jay-Z. And most people didn't even notice. A horror movie based on a YouTube creator's content opened to over 80 million. I mean, there was another horror film made for less than $1 million that crossed 100 million at the box office. Meanwhile, the new Star Wars movie, carrying a reported $165 million budget, dropped 70% in its second weekend. Now, before you say Star Wars is dead, that's not the point. The point is that Hollywood may have just gotten a big wake-up call. I mean, for years, the path always looked the same. I mean, you get an agent, you get a studio, you get permission, you get a budget, and then maybe you'll get a shot. I mean, today, some of the most exciting filmmakers in the world are spending years building their audience first on YouTube. Then they're learning storytelling.
Look, what you're going to start to see is, fans are really not feeling Marvel as, much as they were years ago. Same thing I said with Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm the biggest Star Trek fan in the world, and what they've done with it, it's trash, right? So what you're going to start to see is all new IP, like this Backrooms thing. This is the green light for the next generation of George Lucas's, Steven Spielberg's, and Gene Roddenberry's to come to the forefront. Now they have the ability to get it done without having to worry about, oh, well, how much is this going to make? Is it going to appeal to the Chinese? No, people are just going to do these passion projects. They're going to appeal to the masses. It's going to allow them to build an audience. And we're going to see more successes like Kane Parsons with Backrooms.
They're learning editing. They're learning audience retention. They're getting real-time feedback from millions of people. And by the time Hollywood discovers them, they've already put in their 10,000 hours or their 20,000. But what's really interesting is these creators aren't just showing up with a movie. They're showing up with an audience built in. And that's the part that the old system never had. I mean, the audience already knows them, already trusts them, already wants to support them. And I've been saying this for years in music, radio, and content creation. The future belongs to those who own their audience, not just people who rent attention. It isn't just a movie story. It's a creator economy story. And if you're an artist, filmmaker, podcaster, or entrepreneur, you should be paying attention very closely because the gatekeepers aren't disappearing, but the gates are definitely moving.
Moving and multiplying, all right? So it's even at the point where you can make your own gate, okay? So we'll continue to monitor this. But what is it that what's that great story you always wanted to tell and you thought that it would really catch on? What is it? Why not put it out there right now? There has never been a better time in the history of humanity for your idea to capture an audience.